All the hits, one station. The Bahamas is moving to the music. Music that makes you feel good.
The scent of your skin is intoxicating.
Home of the number one Bahamian music beat, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, the People Station.
Together, they engage in a range of activities which may seem simple, but have the potential to give Symphonia the head start she needs. In terms of this program, yes, it's going on in some islands across the Caribbean, but on the wider level, clearly, how important is that whole issue of the early childhood development?
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Educating and entertaining Bahamians. Put our record up against any other, and you will see that there is simply no comparison.
The views and opinions expressed on this show or program are not a reflection of the Bahamas Radio Network and, as an extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Let's talk about love, health and wellness, transformation, yeah, we got it. Discuss your breakthroughs, national issues. This show will take you there, yeah. Taking it step by step, living your best life yet. Getting stronger and living longer. Let's figure out the questions for ya. I need a little conversation. You need a little conversation. When you need a little inspiration, tune into the conversation.
Hey, thank you very much, Margaret Elizabeth. Welcome to the conversation. It's a brand new week. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Hope you all had a great weekend. It's so cool to be back here around the table with this bunch. They get the show started just fantastically. In fact, Monday set the precedence, right? And what an incredible week we have on tap for you. Really awesome. And today's show is going to be wonderful. And so welcome to the conversation. Hello to everybody who's already on the live Facebook feed, on the ZNSnews.com. ZNSnews.com official Facebook page, or Shenique Miller The Conversation official Facebook page. Hello to everybody already. Portia, you in Florida, how's the new school year going? Najana, Andrew, and Sharon, thank you all so much for tuning in. Share the video, because I need y'all. Listen, we can start out very hot. Need y'all to get involved in this show, like at the very beginning. We're going to start in a minute, but everybody just welcome to the conversation. As I said, we have a great week on tap for you. I have a number of wonderful topics lined up. A teacher roundtable is happening tomorrow. Of course, it's about a little over a week, or perhaps a week, until teachers return to school and to the classroom. And then, of course, a little longer than that for kids to return to the classroom. So we're going to talk to some teachers. It's an annual thing to kind of just talk to teachers and see what's going on, what they're doing, and all that stuff. Hello to you, Michael. Michael is watching from Chicago, and he is Monique's husband, and so he identified himself that way. Hello, Michael. Michael Boutz. Thank you so much for tuning in. And by the way, tell Monique hello. Hi, Lauren. Hello, Star Santoy. Hello, James. Thank you all so much. Share the video. Then, of course, Wednesday, we have an incredible show for you, because what do you all make of? And this Hot Topics panel will get into it, but on Wednesday, we'll get more specific and really share a lot of details and statistics and that kind of thing on this. But what do you think about Dr. Sands, the Minister of Health? Yeah, saying, listen, man, you all ain't flipping sexy. You all fat. Get rid of all that extra frills, because ain't nothing sexy about that. Yeah, we're going to talk about that today and get into it really, really strongly and more on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we have two incredible shows for you, Thursday and Friday. You just have to tune in to make sure that you are in on the fun, right? And so welcome to a great week on The Conversation. It's good to have you all tuned in. Social media, thank you all so much. Hello, D. Newton. Thank you. A must watch. Exactly. Hello to you, D. Newton. This guy takes my photos. In fact, he took the photos that you see in the background right there, and as a part of my like any of my status photos. Yeah, it's him who did that. So great. Yeah.
Oh, that's my sister, Yawanka Lewis. Hi, Yawanka. Say hi to Shenique. That's my sister.
Where?
Shenique is an awesome person. Yawanka Lewis.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hi.
that's my elder sister.
Oh, hello,
Yeah.
Hello,
Yavanka, yeah, Yavanka.
Hello, Yavanka. Really, really cool. She always tunes in. I just couldn't
Yeah.
pronounce the first name.
Yeah.
It's good to have you tuned in today. I'd be like, Lewis, hello, thank you so much, and hello to you, Natty Dread. Big hello to you. And so, welcome to the conversation, everybody. Mandel, I don't know if something happened over the weekend that I attended. There were several weddings over the weekend. I attended one. I don't know if Mandel has something to announce and tell us, because Mandel, I don't know if somebody at ZNS tell you, you got to step it up, but you look nice, you look sharp. What's happening?
It's just a good weekend, Shenique, as usual.
Just a good
If
weekend.
anything, you're the one that's the hot topic for the day, dressed in all red.
Yes.
I don't know if you ran from the big bad wolf or not interested in the big bad wolf, but you're looking like Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, yes. Ali,
But you look beautiful. Don't listen to these fellas heckling you.
This is indeed a plug for Shenique. I think they need to get one of those either Oprah, Wendy Williams kind of setting where they could see the full. See, she got a full figure now.
praise him.
She ain't got one of them if the sexy or big sexy or whatever. She got a full figure.
Thank you.
And so when they put her on there, they need to.
Troy, you just let Mandel speak.
They need
No,
to.
I just want to pull a Trump out here now. Seeing you're talking with Shenique and them. I had a wonderful weekend, Shenique. Good afternoon, Bahamas.
Who reached to you?
I celebrated my birthday on the weekend.
Happy birthday,
and
Troy.
I turned
Happy
15
birthday.
years old.
Happy birthday.
And it's so good. I didn't know 15 can feel this good.
And look this good.
Looks so good.
51.
And I've decided even to pump it up more because, Shenique making me jealous because I am hitting the strips at 7 o'clock this evening. And so,
because I know you work out some mornings, and obviously you do it morning and
I can do
evenings.
morning and evening. Because what I realized when you take a break, and
Listen, it's the
start-
hardest thing.
It's like,
Yes.
So I'm on the road to 60 now.
Oh,
15 on the road to 60.
You look good. You
Thank
look good,
you.
Troy,
Thank
and
you.
happy birthday to you.
Happy belated.
That was my Trump
wonderful
moment.
blessings to you. Ali, thank you so much for being here. How was your weekend?
It's good. I have, the weekend was good. Last week was better. I was in Freeport. Hello, Freeport. They say they are listening already.
They always tune in.
Korea,
Big audience in
I
Freeport.
hear a
Hi,
big audience in
Freeport.
Well, I was in Freeport the entire week. Very busy and relaxing week. And so I think there's a lot to be done in Freeport.
Yeah.
But I lost a couple of pounds in Freeport, all
What
that
you was doing?
running
You
and
was in love, eh?
swimming
I
and-
did. Must looking for
was
man,
in love,
everybody.
I tell you, Ali say, listen.
Was my company and
Ali
doing
say what
we
she
had to
doing
do.
is getting herself her Boaz this year. Understand it and
Yes.
respect it. Yes.
And sometimes it's not necessarily just Boaz. It could be a David or.
Praise him.
as long-
Yes. Yes.
As long as they don't Sally Sue or Mary.
Nope.
As long as they don't Sally Sue or Mary.
Or Newt, what's the name of
Yeah,
those?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
anyone.
Yes,
but
of course,
Whoever
yes.
it is, whoever God has for me, that's what I want.
Well, that's good. I am in your
Who's she
corner.
that?
Mandel, you be quiet and let Ali speak. Glenroy, it's good to have you around the table. Welcome to the show today.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon, Bahamas. Pretty much spent the weekend just remembering my brother. It's sorry to be so solemn, but his birthday was yesterday. That's my older brother. 1 year, he passed away in June this year. And so we're just celebrating his
Quite a
birthday.
solemn, yeah.
But you know what? God is able, and thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely.
As always,
Thoughts and prayers with
condolences.
you, Glenroy. But listen, welcome to the show. Troy, you were getting a lot of attention on social media. People say you look good. Troy, call Dave, but yeah. And so, yeah, absolutely. So listen, guys, let's just start
Hey,
out
David.
with, and something that, just went viral, really, and social media weighed in from the time, even this person had the audacity to figure she's tagging me in this post, Ali. Ali said, what y'all think of this? The Minister of Health saying, basically, man, you're fat. Stop being, you're not sexy, but your big fat rolls and your big fat backside. Don't think that that's cute or sexy. You're fat. Lose the weight. And Ali, those took exception to it. I mean, they were livid with how dare the minister be so crass and say such things.
Even if he thought of it, he shouldn't have said it. Because I know some very nice, chunky, sexy women. And
sexy.
So, you know, what you mean?
Yuck. Wait, let everybody.
See, because I come from the bigger bone people.
What is big bone? You know, it's only in the Bahamas. I want to interrupt you. Go ahead. What are your thoughts are? You think that it should not have been said?
I think even if he thought it, he shouldn't have said it, because a lot of people are fighting with obesity. And so the minister, who is the chief person responsible for health in the country, should not have said that. A lot of people are fighting with obesity. But some women who are chunky are nice and sexy. I saw a wedding this weekend, and I thought she looked pretty sexy. She was a little chunky. So if the minister and some men, like small, thin women, don't hate on
the
those
minister.
men.
No, but the minister never said which kind of woman he likes.
Right. No,
he was speaking in the capacity of Minister of Health and based on what is happening in this country. Troy, what is your response?
My opinion is, right, I don't like my size. I am getting too chunky right now. And so I don't like when women become chunky, okay? And especially now they're chunky and they could do cartwheels. And then they could do, not lap dance, pole dance and stuff like that. They're good, right? But a lot of times they have medical issues when you become overweight. Not saying that smaller women don't have, but I think it is in connection with being healthy. You can be big and healthy. But a lot of our big people, they suffer from some form of hypertension or some form of diabetes and so forth. Obese is when you too heavy for your size.
Understand this. No, not even that. See, it is crazy. I am overweight.
Yes.
Here's why.
They would call me obese.
The BM, but I'm not sure. It depends on your BMI.
You're fat.
But you are certainly overweight.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, there's nothing cute about it.
No.
There's nothing cute about that peas and rice bongi that is wrestling in your clothes. There's nothing cute about it. There's nothing healthy about it.
I think
and so for too long, he has every right, in my
very
opinion,
professional.
to say that.
Professional.
And the thing about it is, for too long, Bahamian men, Mandela, I'll come to you next, and then Glenn Roy, Bahamian men have encouraged Bahamian women to grow that backside and eat as much food as they want, macaroni and cheese, because why? I like my woman solid. No. Mandel?
Shenique, I'd like to correct you, knowing that this isn't a Friday show, but Bahamian men have not been encouraging Bahamian women to say, grow that backside to a point where their belly stick out further than their butt do. The reality of it, in terms of the minister's comments, is that we're Bahamian women, our women, because it's our women are indeed faced with an obesity issue that in reality results in a lot of medical issues for themselves. From fibroids to infertility issues, hypertension, high cholesterol, you name it. And I see it on a daily basis. And the thing that gets me about it is our women seem to dress it up. And it appears that as long as a guy seek at them or lay on top of them with it, they're cool with that.
Cute.
No, see, I want to hit home at it. See, I'm okay in the Bahamian context of politics or governance for our minister to say it, because it brings attention to the very point that we need to address. And so for me, I'm quite cool with it. And I really
You don't think it was in poor taste? You don't think that he should have chosen his words a bit more carefully? What are your thoughts?
We'd love to say that on so many other things, but the reality of it is it is what it is. What it is what it is. Don't hate him because he's the one who said it.
Look how she fat. Remember the song? Look how she fat. Look how she fat.
See, not just because he's the minister of health, we must just focus on, the minister said this thing that was said in poor taste. I don't think he said it in poor taste. We may not like that he chose that manner to deliver, to hit home at a specific message. But the reality of it is, who's making noise about the problem? Who's faced with the challenges that comes with the problem at hand?
Exactly, Glenn Roy.
Well, we talk about the minister saying things in poor taste. I think taste is the issue. That's why so many persons are
Yes, taste is the operative word.
They're eating too much tasty foods. The reality of it is that...
And they look tasty now. These women look tasty, honestly.
I heard an expert. He said, why are your Bahamian women so overweight?
You're kidding.
I kid you not. And the reality of it is, when you look around, and I did my own assessment, right? Just look around. 5. Take 5 Bahamian ladies walking together. Probably 4 overweight.
That's so true.
Sexy, though.
And it's like, oh, God, it gets sexy.
Seriously overweight. And it's a serious challenge. I mean, we only like to hear the truth when it's convenient and
When it's the convenient truth.
Right. And the truth is, this obesity challenge or problem is causing us as a nation. And
Millions
so we
of
need to get
dollars
it
a
under
year
control.
and lives, and it's see, and you may find it insulting, and sometimes you gotta be doggone in your face insulting to get people's attention and to cause a conversation to happen. Right. Because I'll tell you this, I was told over this weekend an 18-year-old died. I don't know what her size was, but from diabetes. You know, and that's as much as I'll say about that. What I'm saying though is this: we have got to get it in hand. Let me go to the social media page, and Margaret says, listen, men and women. Yes, Margaret, because a lot of these men with these gut hanging out and stuff.
And that's, but I just finished saying that because like Catalina, what Russell was saying, I was saying, yes, I don't like my big stomach. I want to get rid of my big stomach, and I don't think that looks good at all. Big stomach, and then especially if have an exercise hip, look like a duck. And then when they see a bunch of women, they looking like ducks walking around, wobbling on 2 legs and so forth like that. No, it don't look good. Okay.
I don't think it is not that everybody's going to be fat. Everybody's going to be thin.
No. But they could be in shape.
You must be comfortable, and you must make sure your health is in check. Because my mother's always been not a fat woman, a big woman, but she has never had those lifestyle diseases like high blood pressure, sugar, or none of those heart problems. She's now 78, and she is still have these things in control. So keeping those things in control with your weight is a very important factor. So not about just being obese, or if you're fat. Some people like them, and Glenroy say taste. I will go to another perspective when he says taste. Some people have a taste for fat women, and some people have a taste for slim women. Because I know one fellow once said, he says, only thing a thin woman can do for me is show me where the fat women are.
And we said the opposite. Only thing a fat woman could do for me is show me where a small woman lives.
Well,
Okay?
No, but it's relative.
It's relative.
But what I'm saying is, as women or men, particularly women though, because women like to go with trends and what their man wants, etc. The thing about it is, do not put your health at risk. For trying to fill out a pants, or how you think a pants should be filled out, or the fact that your significant other says dog for bone. Is that how it goes? Dog.
Meat for man and bone for dog.
Yes.
There it is.
Mandel.
The thing about it is that, man.
You want to brag?
It's a touchy subject, right? But you know why it's come to the point where you see the Minister of Health not seem to take it as touchy anymore and just be so brash with it, or I don't want to say harsh, but more direct with it. Because, for example, someone as delicate with this subject like Shenique has been chanting this course for the last 2 years. Right. I remember when she started this journey. Like, I remember the Shenique before she started the journey, and I remember the Shenique when she started this journey. And I've watched the number of women that started out with her, and the number of women that are around today, still on that journey. I've seen changes in terms of the persons, but I've watched that number kind of really stay the same over the years, or even dwindle down. But she is kept on that journey because she recognized the benefits of it for her. The challenge that we have is that our women are faced with these array of medical issues that they dress up and call sexy.
That's it, my
That's really what it is. And it's not until that child comes to the hospital and saying, oh, mommy, don't leave me or don't die on me, that we recognize that we are the ones that have been doing this to ourselves and calling it sexy. Even as men, we haven't been finding ways to encourage our women to say, baby, we got to work on this. So, and hence I said, we lay with them, we make them feel loved in the course of laying with them, and a lot of times I'm of the opinion that helps them to say it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's even the greater challenge is when you look at, like I said, when you look at the clothing cost, for example, right? It costs more to buy.
Really?
Because you have more material. You know, so that's a reality. You have to buy, it costs more because the material is more.
I'm not talking about have something made, I'm talking about going to the store.
Well, in some cases, yes.
And you have to buy more grocery in the food store.
More grocery. You know, everything adds up. It adds up. And the cost associated with overweight eating habits, you know, your bed probably doesn't last long.
Serious?
You know, but these are things that are reality. And so the truth is, we got to get our health in order.
True.
I mean, and when you look at where countries are,
that's the bottom line.
We got to get healthy.
absolutely.
Europe.
I'll tell you this. I'm going to read a number of comments and go to social media right now because I love the comments around. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That is why this panel comes together, because you hear varied opinions. But the bottom line here is, this country is number 6 in cases of obesity, and the chronic illnesses that accompany follow. Let me go to the social media feed. By the way, share the video, everybody. Share the video. ZNSnews.com official Facebook page. Shenique Miller The Conversation official Facebook page.
Interesting conversation on Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Will the minister be here?
No, in fact, I should invite him to
dissect that.
To dissect that comment. Albert, a big hello to you, Albert. Thank you very, very much. Inga, hello to everybody. Esther is watching from Grand Bahama. Portia says, tell the Minister of Health that is not professional. He needs to concentrate on what is going on at PMH. Why are so many people going in and not coming out? Well, Portia,
because they
I
do
love
fat.
you, Portia. But that is perhaps a part of the reason right there, Portia. What's at the end of our forks?
We like things to be sugar-coated in the Bahamas, you know. We really see, and then when it's sugar-coated, we could push it off to the side a little bit and just leave it right there. Once it's sugar-coated, we don't like people to tell us the raw, born truth.
Well, I think that obese is not sexy, but there can be fat, chunky.
And you can't be fat and chunky. You can't be fat and chunky. You're obese.
Anything over 14.
Anything over 8.
No.
Anything over 8.
But I'll tell you what's happening around the table.
And a lot of people are hiding on that.
And this isn't, everybody here has their own preferences. Troy's preference, and that's why you hear Troy say he ain't want nobody over 8, because Troy likes a woman who's a 4 or 6.
Yes.
A size 4 or 6. That's just Troy. He's always been that way for years.
Right.
And I know that. Since I knew him, I knew that. And so Mandel, I'm not quite sure.
Shenique, I absolutely love a voluptuous lady. I love it. Once you got some courage not courage, but once you got some confidence with it, because when a full-figured woman, to watch her with her confidence, in terms of what you see women out there who fighting with their weight and all these self-esteem challenges and
what is full figure?
But to watch a woman.
Mandel, what did you tell me? See, this conversation is not going. Not going to stray. We're sticking within the parameters of today.
Mm-hmm.
You said to me, so many women set themselves up because what they have allowed is men to get in here and convince them that, man, you need to be a little dickish. You know what I mean? And they set themselves up for this big overweight, and so the man, and furthermore, sometimes the men want to keep you that way, that it benefits only them.
Let's go there.
Men want to keep
men
a lot of women.
Put a lot of pressure on women to be what they want.
Yes.
In a relationship, and true, some women do gain weight for that reason, to be a little chunky. But I think that women should have confidence in themselves that they put on or take off weight based on what it is they want to do and how they want to feel about
You can't only say that. You can't only say that. Look at advertisement, right? Check this out. Look at advertisement. We look at the Super Bowl, look at NBA games, or look at the boxing ring. Do you ever see any full-figure chunky woman come holding up round 1, round 2? No.
We don't mainstream. Because we are focused so much here in the Bahamas, that's why we're number 6.
Right. And the thing is, right, I traveled through the Caribbean. I went to St. Lucia, nice small women. I went to...
Really?
Yeah. But when I went down to Barbados, I thought I was back in the Bahamas. I see all kind of big women... they're women, they eat all kind of greasy food.
To be honest with you, because of our culture in terms of diet, this is what have come pervasively Bahamian for women to be that size. Now, like I say, voluptuous being a woman that got nice, full thighs and breasts and hips and so forth, but you got to be healthy. For me, you have to be healthy.
And your body got to be firm.
Women will tell you...
If you get firm, you don't got to have Cooper tires around your waist, around your thighs, around your neck, and around your arms.
Women will tell you that I talk to that, hey, Mandela's asked me things like if I know my BMI. You know why? Because the reality of it is I need you to be no more than 5 pounds over that. 5 pounds or more over that, you now got issue. You now got body fat on you. That toxins are being stored in your body and what's not now. And if we gonna have a healthy future, it's gonna be imperative that you focus on these aspects of your health.
Focus on your health. We're gonna get to more. I'm gonna get to more of your Facebook comments in a minute. But Margaret Elizabeth, I know I saw some calls holding. Let me try again. Miss J, thank you so much for holding. Welcome to the conversation.
Thank you so much, Shenique. And good afternoon to you and your guests.
Good afternoon.
Miss J, turn your radio or television down, please.
To this topic. Okay, as to the comments made by the minister, I haven't had opportunity to hear it yet. But my thing is that it's not what you say, but how you say it. That means a whole lot, And I think I can kind of agree that we do have an obesity problem in our country. For me personally, I am currently injured, and I have put on some weight since then because I'm unable to really exercise like I want to. But this topic right now and how it's being conducted right now on the show, it embarrasses me as a person. You could tell me, but say it a different way. Don't be laughing and making a squawk of it and then throwing jabs and jabs at women.
Yes.
We are the women who you men had the children for. No. We are the women who worked the long hours, came home and didn't take care of ourselves over the years for whatever reason. We are the women when we are ill. We have to go to the doctor sometimes and they give us medication that has caused some of us to be bloated or to shape and whatever reason. So, and then when we can come to the place where we can say comments like, well, we have been laying with you all and we stand by you all and we sleeping next to you all, so you must be comfortable with you. That, trust me, today, right now, how your panel, you're conducting that show right now,
yes.
I'm embarrassed.
Yes. Miss J, I appreciate your comment.
Say message,
yes.
And say it in another way, in a serious manner, ma'am, with all due respect. And let's take it and let's embrace this. Look, you guys, let's come and join me. Come join me. Instead of having the meeting there, let's go to the park. Let's meet there. Let's go do a talk show. But before we do the talk show, let's do like a little park around the corner park walk.
Yes.
Whatever. But whatever, let's just try to embrace and let's try to uplift and not tear down.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Miss J.
Ma'am, and I appreciate it.
Miss J, thank you. Miss J, no, don't you listen. Listen, don't overstep your boundaries.
Thank you.
Okay? Understand this as we go to the first break, Miss J. If anything that was said by any of the panelists insulted you, I'll tell you this though.
If you'd like to make a
for
call,
about 2
please
years,
hang up
you
and
heard
try
Mandel.
again.
Hang that up. You heard Mandel say for about 2 years, I have been leading a national campaign, not something in the corner of my mind. A national campaign about getting healthy and fighting obesity. What the minister said, I would love for him to come on the show and explain himself, but that's not what I'm talking about now. I am talking about, for 2 years, I did it where I was before, I brought it back here to ZNS.
Thank you.
And it is the least watched show.
Right.
Now, the reason I've not stopped it is because every time I am discouraged on a Wednesday after that health and wellness show, I go to the store, I go out, I exercise, I go to the beach. Someone tells me, please do not stop that show on Wednesday because it's changed my life and it's changing other people's lives. So, and I have said, go exercise. I have had people around the table about what to eat. I have had nutritionists, doctors. I have had myself. I have put myself out there. Nobody should feel insulted.
Right.
If the man or if anybody here say, if this person says he likes a size 4 woman, that's his preference. If the next person say, guess what, I don't mind you having a little curves, but you got to be healthy, that's their preference. What I am saying to you, though, is on this here platform, on this show, I have called the nation's attention to the issue of obesity. Don't be insulted now. Take action. Your life and your health depends on it. Understand? Here are the numbers. I want to hear from more of you. 325-5403, 325-5405. Family Islanders, 1242-300-8255. Put the sugar down, put the soda down, put the peas and rice down, put the macaroni and cheese down. Get healthy. It's as simple as that. We're going to take a first break and come back with more of the conversation after this.
The views and opinions expressed on this show or program are not a reflection of the Bahamas Radio Network and, as an extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Real change.
Meanwhile, Bahamian Shanae Miller-Ubu broke a 16-year-old Commonwealth Games record as she clinched gold in the women's 200 meters final.
When a hurricane watch or warning is issued, medical emergency services are placed on high alert. For many persons seeking medical care, defining what an emergency is can be difficult to assess given all that is occurring during the storm. The following basic guidelines are designed to help you assess your emergency. If you are experiencing symptoms like shortness of breath, chest pain, severe pain, disorientation, extreme vomiting or diarrhea, vision disturbance, or suicidal thoughts, you should seek immediate medical assistance. If you are bleeding significantly or otherwise severely injured, seek emergency assistance immediately. Children presenting with symptoms like high fever and extremely listless or lethargic behavior need to be taken to the emergency room immediately. If you are unsure of the extent of your condition, you are advised to seek medical assistance immediately. Share your symptoms with the on-call doctor and get advice as to whether or not it can wait until normal business hours. Remember, emergency care is not a convenient option for basic medical care during a storm. The Public Hospitals Authority encourages members of the public to use these basic guidelines to help decide on whether something is an emergency or not. The authority reminds the public that in the case of an emergency, always call 911 or head immediately to the emergency room. This message is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
G&M Appliances on Robinson Road has all your air conditioning needs this summer, like the Comfort Star 9000 and 12,000 BTU 13 SEER for just $399. Or how about the Comfort Star 18,000 BTU just $599? Or how about the Comfort Star 24,000 or 36,000 at the lowest prices possible? We also carry a large selection of air conditioning parts such as fans, compressors, filters, capacitors, or any part you may need. So, call today at 328-2083. We're located on Robinson Road.
Adrian Gibson. Now the Bahamas residents can fly or cruise free to the family islands. What are your summer vacation plans?
I'm gonna go to Long Island, and you should come too.
And there's no better time than now with the 2-Fly or Cruise Free promotion, where all residents of the Bahamas can fly or cruise free to the family islands from Nassau.
Let's go.
Refresh, reconnect, and unwind in the family islands. For details, go to bahamasresidents.com and fly or cruise free to the family islands today.
Let's talk about love, health and wellness, transformation, yeah, we got it. Discuss your breakthroughs, national issues. This show will take you there, yeah.
Hot Topics Monday. I thought I would spend 30 minutes on this topic, the first one, but we will continue. Michael says, Bahamas has the highest overweight rate in the Caribbean and Latin America. Obesity is a killer. He's very, very right. Hello to you, Andrea. Hello, Bunny. Hi, Nadia. Big hello to you also. Kathleen says, so he's saying yuck to big women? What about the men with huge bellies
Yuck.
and are believing that they're so hot and have some sort of commodity? And so Nadia says, we dress it up. Wow, that's powerful. Here is Inga. Talk about the Bahamian men and their rum bellies.
Yes.
It's disgusting. Both
Yes.
men and women have to do better and try to eat healthy and exercise and drink lots of water. Hello to you, Sonia. Once again, I said you have to tune in on Wednesday because we're really going to dissect further the minister's comments. And I'm not defending the minister. I wish I could get that paycheck to be his PR person. I'm not. So we are going to defend that. And if you are insulted and incensed by it, 325-5403, 325-5405, 1242-300-8255. Call in. Let's hear your thoughts about it. Kitora says that doc dude sounds not too smart. Not everyone was built to be skinny. Here is Kizzy. Kizzy says, I have no problem with anyone correcting me as it relates to health, but the way it was said was offensive. That there are many people that are slim and unhealthy. The minister's choice of words were not nice and offensive to many. Yes, obesity is a problem, but don't insult people who are already struggling with weight as it is. Those of you who sit there with the insults would never know how someone who struggles with their weight feels. It's that simple. Here is, one second, Troy. Portia's agreeing with the comment. Kizzy's agreeing with the comment. Hello to you, Dolores. A number of people agreed with the female caller who called a minute ago. I hope you all heard my response. And so, because I'll tell you, come Wednesday, I want to see this line just as lit as it is, and let's all get healthy together. Because I did it, y'all. I did it, and I'm still doing it.
From Baltimore.
That's which one of your sisters from Baltimore? Natasha? Yeah. Hello to you, Natasha, watching from Baltimore. Natasha says it's about total health, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health. Yes, Natasha, just the message I push every week. I totally agree with you. Kathlina says, thank you, caller, especially the guest in the white shirt. He's very rude. Bunny says, sometimes medications, going through menopause, you gain weight. Natasha says, and no matter our size, men and women die of average size as well. You're very, very true. You're very true. But the thing is to make the wise decisions because, many more are meeting problems and having issues because of what's at the end of their fork and not moving and not just a sedentary lifestyle, too much sugar, too much, it's very simple. And once you begin to swap these things out, watch how your body changes, and even if you're on medication, watch how they change. Just a whole lot of things can happen that's really great. A wonderful quality of life really is the result. Let's see if we can. Shenique, I don't have a problem with the topic at hand. I do appreciate you and your panel trying to encourage a more conscious awareness of proper diet and exercise. But if that guy says fat one more time, Jesus will take this wheel, trust me.
What's that?
Here is also Nikki says, those who feel offended are just guilty. If you're fat, chances are you've heard it before. So take the words of the minister and take the words of the minister and choose to let it hurt you because he holds a position. You're honestly just finding excuses to ways to blame anyone but yourself about your insecurities.
Yeah, okay. No, I think I have the floor right next. Yeah, let me go. Okay, because I hear some people. Now, the statement might be rude, but that means the person is rude. Now, I am overweight. I don't like my fat self. So what I'm doing about it is that I'm exercising. I don't think women should be fat. I don't think men should be fat. Now, there are some women and there are some men who have gland problems that they cannot help it. And so they might be overweight because of some thyroid problem and some health issues. That has nothing to do with being obese or being overeating. But when you could be content, you eating the chicken, the crack gunk, the fried food, and all of those things, and you don't want to exercise, I say yuck to the fatness. Make no apologies for it.
One of the things three things I want to mention. Something that comes to mind. Christian nation. There's a scripture that says, "Open rebuke is better than secret love," and I'm a firm lover of when truth can be told, raw and uncut. And I do. In terms of saying whether you're being rude or not, that's for the individual to decide. And when it comes to offense, it's what you allow to be an offense to you in terms of how you take something. The next thing about it is, I believe that the minister was being questioned about the plight of the Bahamian women in terms of their health, and so he would have responded in relation to that, not saying
context.
Not in that context, not saying that we don't have a problem with the health of our Bahamian men. Shenique and herself in the conversation had a show the other day talking about the plight of the Bahamian men, which social issues seem to be more of our men issue, whereas versus when it comes to the Bahamian woman, their health seems to be more of a challenge for them. And so I believe the minister was speaking more directed towards the health of our Bahamian women than it was about just blurting out something and you caught him off camera with something.
It was a nice juicy soundbite that happened in the context of a wider conversation. Right. And so, as reporters, that's what we go with. And so, of course, like I said, I would love to have him around the table to kind of really explain himself further and break that down. But the thing, I'll tell you also, the state of this country does not beg for tiptoeing around the issue of obesity. Like I said, my guests on Wednesday will really delve into this. It costs this country millions of dollars, and I'll tell you this: it is projected that if this current trajectory continues the way it is, we will not. The Ministry of Health and the government would not be able to afford it. The country will go bankrupt then. That is the state of affairs, and that was an article in the Tribune earlier this year, with Neil Hartnell quoting the Minister of Health. If the trajectory that is right now been in place and continues, the country stands to go.
Well, Amanda, you know, one of the challenges when you look around, right? What has contributed to this is this proliferation of fast food joints and all this other stuff that's happening in this country. Right now, they're profiting millions and millions of dollars.
Yes.
And the truth is, at what expense? So we have to take control of our own healthy habits to ensure that we have longevity and be able to be there for our children's children or whatever, so that we can be able to be productive people in this society. But we have this situation that continue to mushroom the way it is. National insurance will be taxed, systems will be taxed, and we cannot afford it. So the truth is, we just need to take the bull by the horn, address the issue, and move forward so that we can be productive. The other side of this overweight scenario is it makes you tired faster. So that means productivity is lowered. When productivity is lowered, that means revenue is not coming in the way it should be coming in. And so maybe it begs the reason why we have so much challenges in our workforce as relates to productivity and our ability to gain resources the way we need to have resources to fix this country the way it needs to be fixed.
Yes.
Because people are not energized, they're not thinking, because the healthy foods causes you to
can't-
think,
your
use
cognitive
your creative
health-
energy.
yes,
So what
exactly.
ends up happening is you eat all this greasy food, then you go sit down in a number shop to gamble all day, and then the cycle continues.
You know, one of my pressing concerns about this is I've been a firm supporter of the Minister of Health because of his keen ability to speak direct to issues. And an issue that he has been trying to create awareness about is the fact that year after year we complain about the murder rate and the number in terms of how many people, or whether it's over 100 or not. But we're not realizing that every single year, some 600 to 700 persons die as a result of CNDCs. Diseases that are related to our diet and the way we carry ourselves as a people. Some 600 to 7 persons every single year we lose to, in my opinion, premature death as a result of health-related issues that can easily be avoided by just paying better attention. Or corrected by just paying better attention to our health.
And look at our cancer rate in this country. Look at how many persons have been diagnosed with cancer.
One of the highest in the Caribbean,
has to
in the
be
region.
a part of that reason. And so we got to really take a serious look. I mean, and every time you turn around, somebody has cancer. Something different that you have to track and deal with. This is some serious stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
See, Shenique, I think people just want you to say, you know, you look nice. Oh, that's a full-figured woman. Oh, you dress nice. Now, let me say something nice about fat. No, let me say something about fat women. One thing I can say about fat women, right, is that I've never seen a fat woman ugly. That's one thing. I've never seen a fat woman ugly. All fat women I've seen, they're always pretty. At least that's something positive.
You know, but I like something that Kieran said on the live feed. She says, and this is where we could get the minister from. And you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him and ask him if he can appear on Wednesday as well. Because minister, yeah, you talking, but why the dickens hasn't the healthier options been added to the bread basket items list as yet? What is the wait? What is the hold up? Why y'all dragging y'all feet? Why y'all gotta go around the country a million times to add those and make the bread basket items offering more healthy? Why?
Yeah, I think that is an issue.
It is an issue.
The issue of food, the prices of food, that has to be taken into consideration because those things that are healthy food should be cheaper if we're interested in improving the health of the nation. I think Glenn Roy brought a very interesting point about the manpower factor in terms of whether we are getting what we are paying for. But there has to be a balance in our lifestyle in any event. And I think, and I would like to commend you on all your shows, even from the other place, that the whole point of putting balance in your lifestyle, being able to exercise, going walk. You mightn't be able to go to the gym, but just go to the walk. Everything you put in your mouth ought to be about your health.
Yes.
Even personal esteem and confidence.
Listen to me.
I
would put myself out there. I went to the food store. No, I did put myself out there. But I went to the food store. No, I didn't have this red dress on. I went to the food store yesterday, right? And my mouth was watering for butter. What are the cookies called? They're English. No. Oh gosh,
shortbread.
Shortbread. That's it. Thank you. Okay, listen, shortbread cookies, right?
We got something in common.
And do you know I bought that, and dear God, I had plans just to eat a few. I have not as yet. Ali, every time I say, man, Shenique, come on, you could afford a few. Everything that comes to my mind. Yes. You know what comes to my mind? Shenique, will this help you or hurt you to eat these? People, it's as simple as that. Yeah. It is as simple as that.
And sometimes even when we're talking about tough love, sometimes some people go overboard. And I know of some families that are fat and they are kind of love being fat.
Yeah.
Because they have 3 meats and 4 meats. They eat 3 meats and 4 meats. I mean, my family was never a 2 meat person. Because we know that what happens. Because, so what have to be is we have to make sure there is a balance. When people know that they're going to the next level to trying to eat as much calories they have. Now that is when tough
No,
love
and
comes
understand
in.
there was a time
And you have
that
to say you have to cut
my
it back.
plate didn't look like this. There was a time that I wasn't eating.
I always say that I put a knife to my throat whenever I get to a particular place in my weight, because I realize you have to fast, you have to starve, you have to do whatever it is, but you can't go any further. And I think we have to say that because when we know when we're going overboard, it's time to turn back.
Yes.
Turn back now.
You have your knife? Where your knife? Where your knife?
Yes,
One of my last things on it is my hope is that as a result of this whole incident or circumstance or conversation, that this week people go out and change their purchasing and eating habits in terms of what they eat and take action. That's my hope, that the takeaway from all of this is not who's wrong for what was said and how it was said, but the fact that we have an issue. Don't focus on the messenger and how he say it. Focus on what the message is, our health, and take action this week. Change what you as families. For example, we're talking about women. How many mothers are gonna feed their families different this week? How many mothers are going to make that change? How many women out there are going to make that change for the entire family this week? This week. This Sunday can be different.
Margaret is telling me I must take a break, and so I will do that. Portia, you understand exactly.
Kashan.
Families of 2-3 meat and we ain't fat people. No, but how healthy are you, Kishan? Check that cholesterol. But you're right. What toothpaste? Jesus, what Kishan posting? Kale smoothies, yes, I love it. Stay exactly. Kishan, I'm looking at you right now, girl. Look like, Lord, wait. Okay, stay exactly where you are. The conversation comes back after
That
this.
original 2-piece body?
Hey, have you heard? ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Whether you're on the move or just kicking back. Miss something on the news? It's there. Want to keep up with a live update? It's there. Or just want to listen to your favorite station? It's there too. Download the app now from the App Store and Google Play Store.
Welcome to the best of sports world.
ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Watch our live channel to keep up with what's going on in the nation. News updates, we've got you covered. Tune into our radio stations with just a swipe. On the road, on the go, we're here with you. Available for download on the App Store and the Google Play Store.
Now you can watch the ZNS network of channels absolutely free. That's right, ZNS is now broadcasting 3 separate channels, free to air on Channel 13. One channel has the regular ZNS TV HD programming. One is the Parliamentary channel, and one is the 24/7 television community page. These channels may be accessed simply by attaching either a rabbit ears antenna or an indoor amplified antenna to the RF input connector on the back of your digital television or flat screen TV. Once the antenna is connected, select TV mode and choose Auto Scan, and your TV will automatically pick up Channel 13 at no charge. Once you're on Channel 13, just use the channel selector to go to each of the 3 ZNS free channels. Antennas are available on many sites online. Free TV, ZNS brings it back to you.
At Myden's Wholesale, the concept is simple. The more you buy, the more you save. Yes, the more you buy, the more you save. This means that at Myden's Wholesale, when you buy in the same group 3 products, you get 15% off, 6 products, 20% off, and 12 products or more, 33% off. Miden's provides you with the largest selection of pantyhose, socks, t-shirts, school supplies, underwear, and much, much more. You can also sign up to be a reseller of BTC and Digicel top-up and to save 33% on your purchase at Miden's Wholesale. We also ship to the Family Islands, and that's not all, because when you shop at Miden's, you can pay your utility bills, send MoneyGram, RIA transfer, and purchase tickets from Sky Bahamas and Western Air. So visit Miden's Wholesale today at any of 3 locations, East Street South, Robinson Road, or Lower Bogey, Luthra. Call 325-4434 or 676-4435.
Just 'cause she fat, just 'cause she fat, just 'cause she fat, she whine like that 'cause she fat, just 'cause she fat, just 'cause she fat, just 'cause she fat.
Thank you very, very much. Listen, Margaret Elizabeth came back with she fat with KB. This is what the Dwayne say. No, you ain't sexy, you fat. Minister, you are invited to the show on Wednesday.
You know what someone said to me on the weekend, Shenique? A female came to me with this, and she was like, "So Mandel, what about the guys who actually like ladies that size and consider that to be sexy? So what? She ain't sexy?" I say, you got a point. I think you need to ask the minister that.
I don't know.
It's basically preference and not.
I don't know if he's brave enough. I'm serious. I don't know if he is brave enough. To come on Wednesday, because I think he can get roasted if
he need to come.
He needs to come. No, I agree. No, he needs to come. By the way, we are streaming live ZNS Network on YouTube as well. And Gina just sent me Kevin Hutchinson is from Kemps Bay and South Andros is listening in on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. We are live on YouTube, guys. Go check it out, ZNS Network. And so we're streaming as well.
I want to applaud ZNS for that YouTube channel.
Yeah, ZNS. So ZNS is on YouTube, on Facebook. Of course, we're on television. We're on several radio stations.
I don't need to buy cable no more. I don't have cable no more because I can pick up the news on YouTube. On YouTube Live.
My phone, the voice
it streams live on YouTube as well.
My phone, when I uploaded my phone this weekend, I got a new phone. And the first app when I went into the Play Store that was saying featured apps was the ZNS app. And that's the first app I downloaded, because nothing like being able to have ZNS right at your hand now. And you don't have to go home to watch the news no more. You know, so I'm really loving how
and
ZNS
of course, the
is
ZNS,
capitalizing
you mentioned the ZNS
on these
app,
various multimedia
No,
platforms.
and I'll tell you this. Say what you want to say. Everybody got something to say with ZNS, but ZNS masters social media. ZNS social media account is the most highly subscribed, and people from all over the world watch it. Bahamian descendants, and foreigners. And by the way, big hello to everybody who's watching now on social media. That's Facebook. By the way, don't forget, we're now streaming live on YouTube as well, ZNS Network, and it's super, 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 super. I know we have some people holding for a minute. Oh, Lord. Anyways, Portia says, this is a very good topic. Now, Portia is a teacher in Key West, pardon me. Portia is a teacher in Florida. I'm trying to remember where exactly again.
And Florida's the hell state.
Yes, she says, well, them girls be on it. Portia says, this is a very good topic. However, it does sting. I am at work from 5 to 3 and 6 every morning, leave the house and leave work 6 every evening. I don't always, she said, I don't always have the time to eat before 6 p.m. And that is something I said I would never do until I became a teacher. Some days I am able to bring my lunch, but that doesn't always happen. That's true, Portia, but boy, Portia, I'll tell you this. Even if you eat later, I get off 6 o'clock and I have dinner, believe me, I would have a salad. You know, whether that's tuna salad and something or whatever, or a piece of meat with salad or some vegetables. You can eat after 7, but just what you eat. And no sweet drinks and whatever. It's just things we have to do and be intentional about doing. Coconut, you heard Mandel says he now drinks coconut water because of me. I drink coconut water. I drink water. I have tea to unwind. I don't put sweeteners in the tea. Like, just things we can do.
You know, Shenique, I also think that people think that you have to have meat with every meal. Which means, 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, that's 21 times.
Too much meat,
That's too much meat. You know, like as you say, some days you can just say no meat. Some days
Fish.
no
Yes,
meat,
because
some
Natasha watching in Baltimore says that's what she does.
Yes, you have
she
to
sometimes,
fast on those things.
she fasts.
Most of the week, actually, I don't even eat meat. I would eat meat when I go out, which
Yeah.
means I don't have
That's
to
Superman.
meal.
Get into the beans and the
Yeah.
greens and
it does
Speaking of that, though,
work.
Shenique, one of the challenges I've heard here at home in the Bahamas is most of our wives are the ones that are preparing the food. The women in the household are the ones that are preparing the food. And so the challenge is having to prepare something else for themselves and prepare something else for the household is the challenge, and they want to have to prepare two different meals and whatnot. My suggestion is that you shift the entire diet of the household.
Of the household.
Versus saying that you can feed the kids this steamed macaroni and all this different
and
stuff.
then you eat differently.
Yeah,
no.
Shift the entire
and
household
a woman
into
can influence
a
the
healthy
house.
direction.
A woman can influences the house.
And you
exactly.
know, it becomes a challenge when a man knows what he wants every day. Like, I want oxtail today or curry
Trust me,
today.
that man will adjust. Here, believe me, he would. And you could make curry.
He's gonna
That's the
have
thing.
to.
You could
Yes.
make your curry, but it's how you make it. The ingredients. Kathalina says she's watching in bed. No, child, I'm not eating. Hey, the news at 5 is straight ahead. We're going to come back right after the news update. Stay close.
Talk about it on the conversation. When you need a little motivation, life is better on the conversation. Tune into the conversation. I need a little conversation. You need a little conversation. We can go.
It's 5 o'clock. Time for news, highlights, and weather today.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
This is a ZNS News Update. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Keishel Adderley. In the headlines, 3 males pleading guilty to drug possession in connection with that $375,000 drug bust on Meadow Street last week. The group included Jamaicans and Bahamians. A Jamaican woman was among the group charged, and she, along with a Bahamian man, pleaded not guilty to the charge. Former Bahamas Power and Light Chairman Darnell Osborne alleging political interference after the old BPL board was asked to resign last week. She also denies that her team was locked in disputes over critical issues. Be sure to tune in to the Bahamas Tonight at 7 for more on that. And the Free National Movement celebrating the 1992 election victory during a church service yesterday, with the nation's chief saying there's much work to be done, but that the party is laying the groundwork for an ambitious agenda of social development. This has been your ZNS News Update. I'm Keishel Adderley. Join us again at 6 for the National Report. Until then, good afternoon.
At Myden's Wholesale, the concept is simple. The more you buy, the more you save. Yes, the more you buy, the more you save. This means that at Myden's Wholesale, when you buy in the same group 3 products, you get 15% off, 6 products, 20% off, and 12 products or more, 33% off. Myden's provides you with the largest selection of pantyhose, socks, t-shirts, school supplies, underwear, and much, much more. You can also sign up to be a reseller of BTC and Digicel top-up and to save 33% on your purchase at Myden's Wholesale. We also ship to the Family Islands, and that's not all, because when you shop at Myden's, you can pay your utility bills, send a MoneyGram, RIA transfer, and purchase tickets from Sky Bahamas and Western Air. So visit Myden's Wholesale today at any of 3 locations, East Street South, Robinson Road, or Lower Bogey Luthra. Call 325-4434 or 676-4435.
1540 AM, 104.5 FM plays all the Bahamian hits. All the hits, one station. The Bahamas is moving to the music. Music that makes you feel good.
Your skin is intoxicating.
Home of the #1 Bahamian music beat, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, the People's Station.
Together, they engage in a range of activities which may seem simple, but have the potential to give Sophonia the head start she needs.
In terms of this program, yes, it's going on in some islands across the Caribbean, but on the wider level, clearly, how important is that whole issue of the early childhood development?
G&M Appliances on Robinson Road has all your air conditioning needs this summer, like the Comfort Star 9000 and 12,000 BTU 13 SEER for just $3.99. Or how about the Comfort Star 18,000 BTU just $5.99? Or how about the Comfort Star 24,000 or 36,000 at the lowest prices possible? We also carry a large selection of air conditioning parts such as fans, compressors, filters, capacitors, or any part you may need. So, call today at 328-2083. We're located on Robinson Road.
Meanwhile, Bahamian Shenique Miller-Ubu broke a 16-year-old Commonwealth Games record as she clinched gold in the women's 200 meters final.
When a hurricane watch or warning is issued, medical emergency services are placed on high alert. For many persons seeking medical care, defining what an emergency is can be difficult to assess given all that is occurring during the storm. The following basic guidelines are designed to help you assess your emergency. If you are experiencing symptoms like shortness of breath, chest pain, severe pain, disorientation, extreme vomiting or diarrhea, vision disturbance or suicidal thoughts, you should seek immediate medical assistance. If you are bleeding significantly or otherwise severely injured, seek emergency assistance immediately. Children presenting with symptoms like high fever and extremely listless or lethargic behavior need to be taken to the emergency room immediately. If you are unsure of the extent of your condition, you are advised to seek medical assistance immediately. Share your symptoms with the on-call doctor and get advice as to whether or not it can wait until normal business hours. Remember, emergency care is not a convenient option for basic medical care during a storm. The Public Hospitals Authority encourages members of the public to use these basic guidelines to help decide on whether something is an emergency or not. The authority reminds the public that in the case of an emergency, always call 911 or head immediately to the emergency room. This message is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Come here, girl. Ooh, but these shoes tight. No pain, no gain, baby. That's what it's all about. What? Suffering to be sexy, hurting but looking hot. Ain't checking for the pain, just flaunting what you got. Foxy but frustrated, pretending through the pain. Suffering to be sexy, hurting but looking hot. Ah, yes, sir. Boy, these shoes tight now.
Thank you very much, Margaret. Thank you so much. I don't know if we're back as yet. If we're on, that's okay. We'll wait. Play something else.
Reaction, the way we mix our hair.
That's something I'm looking for, Dad. We don't do nutrition in school. When I went to elementary school in Fort Lauderdale, I couldn't.
Say that, what is it? 40% of preschoolers are not competent enough to integrate one.
Oh dear. Welcome back to the conversation. It's Hot Topics Monday. We do have an agenda to get to, but that's okay. Sometimes you go with where the conversation is going. And I'll tell you this before I recognize my sponsors today. This obesity problem is just so problematic, and it's gotten to such a level here in the country that even primary school kids are now at risk. They're obese, they're overweight, and they're turning up with adult illnesses. So, just think about that for a second. But I'd like to acknowledge my sponsors. Today's show is brought to you by Ministry of Finance. Big hello to you there at the Ministry of Finance. Almighty Computers, Almighty Computers. Let me just look them up for a second. Almighty Computers is located on Market Street and East Street South. They have mega sales, super savings and great deals. They also have DVD days, and on those days, DVDs are $1, only $1. You want to go and just choose the movie you want and not wait for it to come on TV or you missed it at the movie theater. Then certainly go to Almighty Computers and get your hands on some wonderful movies. We also being brought to you today by Maiden's Wholesale. Now, Maiden's Wholesale has tons of things for you to just save super big and win huge in this back-to-school rush. Maiden's Wholesale has 20% all retail prices. That's right, an additional 20% on all retail prices. Lowest wholesale prices anywhere. For example, men's white t-shirts. That's right, that the guys like to put under their school uniform shirts. Also the knee-high socks that the girls love to wear, the sporting socks, the boys' trouser socks, nylon. All of those big savings, super savings. You wouldn't believe the cost of them. Just go check it out for yourself and see. Also those school uniform shirts, Maiden's has those as well. Girls singlets, just super. Once again, additional 20% off already low prices. Backpacks and totes are also available. Oxford geometry sets. Composition books, the 200 pieces, big savings, super wholesale prices, and that's right, you get wholesale prices, not the store or whatever. This is how big the savings are. Also Papermate pens, they have pencils as well, and also you can just go there, transfer money, and also pay your bills. That's just how Maiden's doing it for everybody. Just making it just like a one-stop shop.
Maiden's been doing it for decades.
For decades, Maiden's has been doing it.
You remember the Maiden's commercial? Maiden's Wholesale.
Yes. And they're continuing in 2018. Really nice. Listen, Maiden's has 3 locations, 2 here in New Providence, 1 in Eleuthera. On Robinson Road, the phone numbers are 601-3305, 326-7449. East Street South, 676-4435, 325-4434, and in Lower Bogie, Eleuthera, 335-2087 and 699-5087. Super Maiden's. We also being brought to you today by USA Flea Market. Now listen, you want a shopping experience? USA Flea Market. Hundreds of stores under one roof. Go there and just go wild, man. Go there and go wild.
If you go to the US and don't go to the flea market, Shenique.
No, you're right. You're right.
I don't care how old I get. If I go to Florida and don't go to the flea market, don't get me back to the Bahamas. I ain't ready to go.
Mondale, you and many Bahamians, countless.
You gotta be
them
able
$5 black
You gotta be able to wait though. You gotta walk.
No, but that's good. You go to the flea market and you understand. By the time you finish walking those 200 stores,
I gotta go get my $5 black bag.
No, you must. And see, that's a Bahamian staple. Like you need that $5 black bag to park with everything.
Bag, yes, of course. I don't carry nothing with me when I travel because I gang.
You go to the flea market to get what you need.
To get my $5 bags. That's something I enjoy doing.
Yes, Mondale is a part of the whole Bahamian.
I don't know the flea market no more.
It's the part of the whole Bahamian shopping experience.
I love the flea market. I go to the flea market and I scan my trunk load.
No, the savings.
Yes,
savings.
Also,
S&M Uniforms. We are being brought to you today by S&M Uniforms, formerly the Uniform Center. S&M Uniforms is located on Marshall Road and provides 50% on the following school uniforms. Okay, so get this: S&M Uniforms already has low prices, right? But you get an additional 50% savings on uniforms from C.I. Gibson, C.L. Walker, D.W. Davis, H.O. Nash, Gerald Cash. S&M also makes it very easy for residents in the areas of Carmichael Road, Marshall Road North and South, Faith Avenue, Pinewood Gardens, giving an additional, get this, 10% off. Those schools in the areas, this is how you win with the additional 10%. Anatole Rogers, Prince Wales. That's right. C.V. Bethel, S.C. McPherson, Bahamas Academy, Sadie Curtis, and Cleveland Eneas School. S&M Uniforms. Yep. S&M Uniforms 361-0126. 361-0126. Today we also being brought to you by GM Appliance. GM Appliance, really wonderful specials. Ductless unit. Everybody complain about the heat. You don't have to worry about the heat. GM appliance.
There's a difference at the heat, Shenique.
No, I know it's a different level of hot, right? But you don't have to feel the heat. GM Appliance has ductless units starting from as low as $399. The phone number is 328-2083, 328-2083. Listen, I would love to welcome and talk about your business for anybody who is willing. This is certainly the wonderful, the most. You heard where I'm at? I am streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, people from around the world watching, and of course around the Bahamas, television, radio. This is where it is. You don't have to go anywhere else. Please give Renard Miller a phone call. Give Renard Miller a phone call. Let him get you started. Renard Miller's phone number is 805-2494. 805-2494. Come and talk about your business, your product, your event, or advertise with us long term. It pays. I'm telling you, it pays to be here, a part of this conversation family. So once again, Renard Miller, give him a call. Also want to say a big hello to Dolores Frazier, who is watching on YouTube as well. She says big hello to me and my panel. Thank you so much, Dolores, and it's good to have you tuned in as well. Guys, you don't want to watch on Facebook, go watch on YouTube. Gina Bethel is manning that. She is our webmaster. She is manning the YouTube feed, and she is like letting me know exactly what people are saying and the fact that they just want to say hello, whatever it is, and so we're just happy for that. I'm going to go to the phone lines. Where do we go first? Miss Mary, thank you so much for holding. Welcome to the conversation on a Hot Topics Monday.
Yes, thanks for allowing me to speak with you.
Yes, of course.
As we know that food is an addiction, especially when you put fat and sugar and all those things together. It's just marvelously delicious, really amazingly delicious. I like to eat. But, and so if food is addictive, that means that we must start treating the addiction of food the same way that we treat drugs.
Yes.
Someone who's on drugs. Because it's really serious. You think someone want to actually go out there and commit suicide? Because that's what eating too much is about, is actually committing suicide, whether you believe it or not. And the ministers there, and I didn't really like with the ministers there. In fact, I really don't like some of the guys. They're laughing and they don't like fat women or anything. As if, they must be very, very perfect men, perfect health, perfect attitude, just really balanced. I really wouldn't mind meeting one of them, for
yes.
life.
Oh, yes.
Pardon me, Miss Mary, I hope that you are watching, so you can see that the men around here, especially the one who is most in your face today, he got a lot of work to do, but go right ahead.
All of us have a lot of work to do, one way or the other, with us, right? And it might not be the fat issue, but even the other issues and all, and really fat is really an addiction. Another thing is that I heard the minister talk, and I've seen the minister, and he has problem with his stomach, or he had problem with his stomach and his hip, because the only reason why you would have gone to him is because you know that he's very smart, and he'll be able to take care of you. Other than that, if you were a stupid person, you would not have gone to him. He knows that, so he should let us know what is he doing how much push-ups he doing to keep that weight off. What is he doing?
Well, Miss Mary, I'll tell you, he's been on the show, and I invite everyone, please, take your anger and watch Wednesday shows. That's it. Because Miss Mary, I'm telling you, he's been on this show a couple of times on a Wednesday, and he works out 4 to 5 times a week, and he has changed his eating habits.
But let me tell you something. If it's just as easy, a lot of people go there and they work out. But the thing about it is that and if a lot of people they don't want to be taking cocaine or those other things that people are taking now to destroy themselves, but somehow or the other they keep on going back to it. So I don't know how long he's been on this journey. So if he's been on a journey for such a long time, let us know what is he doing to keep on that journey, because he has been addicted to food, whether he wants to believe it or not. And because he's what they call it when you go to the drug, they say, my name is so-and-so, and I'm a drug addict. And
an ex-offender.
No, we don't use drug addict. We don't use addict.
He's being on that, because if he put on weight or we put on weight, it means we're eating sugar, and sugar is really addictive.
Yes, it is.
So if that's addictive, he needs to come. When he comes on your show, you make sure you ask him, what is he doing to come off that drug? Because that's a crack.
Okay, well, guess what, Miss Mary, believe me, I will put that question to him. I was hoping he would join me on Wednesday, but he has a meeting in Grand Bahama, so he cannot make it. But if he can make it on Thursday, I'll make it happen. Whenever he can, I'll make it happen.
Thank you very much. Even though he's the minister and everything, and I respect all of his smartness and his mad genius, but he doesn't qualify to tell no Bahamian woman how fat they are.
Yeah, man, you're fat.
What is he doing about his? What did he do about his crack addiction, sugar?
Yes. Okay, Miss Mary, thank you so much for calling. I thank you, and I can hear that you are incensed based on just the passion that you are speaking with, and you have every right to be. And that is why I've extended the invitation to him, and I will wait for him to respond. And I'll tell you, I will promote that ahead of time, so everybody who needs to call him could call him and tell him exactly what you just said.
Can I say something? You know what I want to say? The fat women out there know that they're fat, right? And who have to deal with them? Us men, we have to deal with them. So for that reason, what I'm doing is because I'm trying to lose weight, I want to invite all of the women who are fat out there, who are insulted by me saying that you're fat out there. Join me on Cable Beach at 7 o'clock this afternoon. Let us shred the pounds. I'm willing to make amends, helping you shred your pounds along with me.
I want to...
Sorry, make sure they know where to meet you. Well, don't leave that part of. Make sure they know where to meet you. Tell them what you
Cable Beach. Cable Beach by Commonwealth Bank.
I mean, obviously, we have an obesity challenge and problem in this country. I mean, and it's also we have men who have a lot of issues. I mean, I have a big pad in front of my shirt as well. And I try to deal with it.
Yeah,
they keep putting the pad in front
of
me. But I also want to talk about the reality too. We can't use the excuse also as a comfort to continue to do the things that we've been doing that cause the problems that we've had. What I find, something I wrote in my book, I discovered that people are actually using food as an addiction, as they say it, but food isn't really the addiction. There's an issue, that's why you're going to food. See, that is only a camouflage. You're only going towards food because of something that you're not dealing with internally. If you could deal with what you're dealing with internally, then you would find yourself going to food less often.
Yeah,
so
and going for the foods that actually fuel you, like foods that meaningful food.
Right.
And I agree with you because nobody could eat more cookies than me. I was Cookie Monster. I remember years ago as a reporter, coming up as a cub reporter, and then of course I gained my stripes and everything in the newsroom in the back. And one reporter said to me, you need to stop eating all these biscuits, you can get fat. And I looked at like, please. And I sure did. I sure was Miss Chunky. Because why? All that sugar I was eating, and I'm talking, I had me 2 to 3 packs of biscuits a day. That was my habit. Soda, Coke in particular, my habit. My habit. Yes, I was very fluffy, very fluffy.
Tell them what it was so they can know.
I was fat.
Thank you. And look at her.
And I'm still overweight.
But guess what? She could be a model now.
In a miniwear.
I'm serious.
Hello, Ms. Pat. Thank you very much for holding. Welcome to the conversation.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
I held on because I really want to say something.
Yes.
You do have plus size models.
Yes.
With millions of dollars, okay? And they're healthy. But the conversation today, and the question was in reference to the minister. What he said, he was wrong. Point blank. Bottom line, he was wrong. Okay, he's a leader. For some reason, in this era, I call it Trump era, people are saying, our leaders, some of them, are saying anything that comes to their mouth. They have to remember the people that they represent. The Minister of Health has a huge responsibility. I understand that. I respect the way he comes on your show, and I respect the way he comes to the public and speaks on, health issues. Okay? However, this is the second time he said something that I think was out of order. One time he said behemoth or something about juicing.
And that's so true.
The pastime is juicing.
Yes.
We have children, we have young people. They need heroes.
But that's so true.
They need someone to look up to. These are our leaders. They set the tone. Leadership sets the tone.
Yes.
Then you're gonna go. You don't know my story or your story or another obese sense of a fat person's story. You don't know how their body is made up, and you cannot assume, and he cannot assume that everyone that walks past him, because they are overweight, it's because of choice. There are numerous reasons why persons are that way.
Yes.
Now, what I love is like what you're doing what you have been doing for the past 2 years.
Yes.
And I'm sure because the gentleman was on your show last week, Sexy Tights.
Yes, yes.
I was so impressed with him.
Yes.
He's very motivational.
Yes.
But you can't come. Could you imagine? I remember in school, children can be so cruel.
Oh yes.
When you use this word fat to a little girl or even a boy in school, some children go home crying. You hurt them and you traumatize people when you say these things. It may seem funny to some, but guess what? With Dr. Sands using that term, this man is a brilliant genius. He knows psychology, he knows all of that. When you say, suck me or not, this you're fat, he could have said something completely different and made the same
what do you
impact.
think? What do you think, Pat, that he could have said? What do you think?
The majority of persons or whatever, women in this country or whatever, are overweight. We have to change our eating habits. Let me tell you something, Shenique. It's something that will work for you. If I tell you you're fat, you may go there and deal with it right away, right? Shock your system. Someone else you tell that they're fat, they will go and order 10 pizzas.
They follow them.
Very true, Pat. I mean, Pat, I'll tell you, when people told me, oh my God, look, you're gaining weight, and see, that's why you got to get people out your head. Because I would go and for 2 minutes be on a diet, and after that stop to my favorite place with that nice spicy chicken and put a bunch of hot sauce on that. So that's salt, fat, trans fat, everything.
The temptation, I'm speaking about. My concern is about the children, they're putting these things traumatizing them.
Yeah, they're listening to the
I want
program.
to tell you this, Pat. I want to tell you this, and respectfully, I want to say this, Pat.
Pat said something else, but they need to be. They need to start early.
Pat, let me tell you something. I want to respectfully say this. I remember doing a lot of shows that I got in trouble for that people called in, and oh my God, what Shenique said, and it's adult topic, and it's this and that. And I wouldn't use the word I used then on air. But many of these children are more women than me. Follow that and exactly what I'm saying. Nobody is innocent anymore. And I'm not saying be crass, and I'm not giving him a free pass to say things he should not say or things that are offensive. But I'll tell you this, in today's world, and yes, unfortunately, it is a Trump era, and people ain't understanding you if you ain't speaking plain. And so the thing about it is, he, after being very diplomatic, and saying it in the best way he could for the longest while, I guess whatever it was he was responding to, the question put to him, he decided that was the most effective way to respond.
No, but I still don't agree. And there are different ways. He has the power. He has the control.
They fat nature, Shenique. They fat nature,
some other word, some other phrase or whatever to get the message.
That's the best phrase.
You're not this, you're fat.
No, you were pretty.
He is a leader. He is one of the leading.
And leaders should be direct.
Country.
Yes.
And I'm not going to find any excuses for. Let me tell you something. Rude is rude is rude.
No, rude is opinion.
And we were brought up in this country.
Yes.
With manners. So then you're going to have a person who we're trying to get our children, grandchildren to look up to and to respect.
Yes.
And they set the tone, the example. These now, when school opens whenever next month, when these children go around the school calling the girls fat, calling the boys fat, big fight breaks out. It's okay because the
minister said it. Okay, well,
fat, I can say fat.
Yes. Okay. Well, guess what? Guess what, Pat? I am going to invite the minister, and I will work with him whenever he can make it because he needs to speak to this topic. How about Mr. Wilson? Mr. Wilson and Eleuthera, thank you so much for holding, sir. Are you still there? Mr. Wilson? Oh, it's unfortunate. If you call back, I promise I will come to the lines quicker. Miss Sherry, thank you for holding. Welcome to the conversation. Are you there, Miss Sherry? Hi, Sherry. Are you there? Hi, Sherry. Welcome to the conversation.
Thank you. First of all, let me say I'm not fat. I'm slim.
Yes.
So my comments are very objective.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to your show several times before, and it can be informative. But I had to call today to agree with the lady you called earlier.
Yes.
I think that some of the things your panel said takes away from the seriousness of the issue. I think that there's no need to be using the word fat over and over again, laughing at people. It's almost like they're throwing chairs and downplaying the importance of the issue. So if it's a serious topic, then it should have a serious tone. I understand that certain shows are more lighthearted. But I don't think this show should be a lighthearted, taken in a lighthearted manner.
Yes.
I also agree with the lady who just called in that one of your panelists said children are not listening. Yes, they're listening because some children don't have cable. All they have is ZNS. If this is all that's on the TV, they're going to sit down and watch. I know for a fact that bullying is a problem in schools. And I don't think that children should see adults carrying on and calling people fat and this tool brown your waist. See, guess what?
You're fat.
It starts with the parents, it starts with adults. And so how can we teach the children, come on, let's do things differently. If adults are doing it, I think a serious topic like this requires a serious tone. And I think it would be good if you could have brought in any doctor, any nurse, because as people have stated before,
they can be
there are
fat
numerous reasons that people are overweight. There are numerous reasons that people are underweight. And some people are too ignorant to think that, hey, everybody who is overweight eats doesn't eat too much. Some people are so ignorant they think everybody who is overweight eats too much.
Yes.
There's so much more to it than that. Some people are underweight. There are health reasons for that. So I think if we want the people who watch the show to take it seriously and to feel that you're trying to build up their dignity, then the people on the panel, they need to try and be more mature.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you. Thank you very much. I just would like to say, this is Hot Topics Monday.
Right.
I don't need help. Stop. The topics and the opinions around the table are varied. You want serious? Here it is again. Tune in Wednesdays when I talk about obesity. I've been doing it for 2 years, and the response I am getting today is so, number one, thank you. I appreciate it. But for the seriousness of talking about your health, I've run a successful talk show for almost 4 years now. You understand? So I know what it is I'm doing. But on Wednesdays, if I could have this level of response with people committing to their lives and the quality of their lives, it'll be incredible. This country would not be number 6. We would be off the top 10, off the top 20. Let's get serious about our health. You all are going to let a word or the way a minister phrased something or said something be the focal point versus what he is saying. He has been screaming, along with the Healthy Bahamas Coalition, along with Shenique Miller and several others, screaming for the better part of 2 years. The country is not in a good place when it comes to our health. Why? Because we are number 6 in the world in cases of obesity. Let's get vexed about that. Let's change that. Let's put our efforts and energies directed toward that. If you are slim, by all means, get somebody who just needs to walk. Not because you're slim doesn't mean that you shouldn't be walking and moving and exercising and continuing to eat healthy. And if you're overweight, then guess what? You don't have to be a size 6 or even a size 8, but begin moving. Stop having a sedentary lifestyle. You understand? It's as simple as that. Thank you for watching the conversation. Thank you. I appreciate the support and appreciate you watching. Let's go back to the phone lines. Mr. Russell, thank you so much for holding. Welcome to the conversation.
God is good.
God is good.
How are you and your...
Excellent.
What I love about your position is you are the message.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
There is the complaint as to who we should be emulating is not showing the example in his physique, which is Dr. San.
Yes.
So we need to see the importance of being the message. Now, the best part of any conversation is supposed to be the God position.
Yes.
People are struggling with different sin issues which shows up in their physical. One of the brothers made mention of how a person is dealing with an issue. That's one of the reasons why they go to food in the form of medicating.
Yes, you're right.
That they're trouble, you see? But if we would only choose to humble ourselves to our Creator, watch this, because He has the strength to enable us to refuse those foods that are so addictive. Now, something else we got to remember. We have been put in the position of slavery to the wrong diet.
Yes, you're right.
And today, our enemies is profiting off that position.
Yes.
Therefore, we have a problem where the system over us does not want us to be delivered, continue in that. And if you want to know something, that's the reason why we have every fast food chain in this beautiful Bahamas being ignored as it not being our problem.
Yes.
But I say to you, it's about time we take our stand as individuals for ourselves.
Yes, sir.
And do not allow anybody to see us as saying that we're going to give an excuse as for what's taking place with us. Humble yourself to your Creator. He'll strengthen you to come through any problem you got. I love you all. Do you?
Mr. Russell, you are very, very correct. And I'll tell you, through God, all things are possible. He inspires you, and He will tell you, because not as somebody who called, I think, and said, not every plan is suited to everyone. And that's true. Find what works for you. I had to find what works for me, and it works, and it's still working. And I have shared it with the country to say, continue. Perhaps this will work for you as well, and it's worked for a number of people. So let's just see what it is that works for us individually, and let's do it. But the thing is, though, the bottom line, let's just get healthy for us. Not because we're upset at a comment someone made and how they made it and if it was crass or not. And maybe he was blunt because he figured, man, listen, why not? Listen, when I tell you I'm going to invite him around the table, I will announce it ahead of time so that you all can deal with him however best you want. And I'll make that happen. I know the panel is rating Ali and Mandel. We're going to take a break. I know I have some other calls waiting too on social media. I see you guys there. Natty Dread said, interesting discussion, guys. Some great feedback as well. It would be beneficial if some main points coming off the show can be fed back to the minister. You're very right. Great suggestion. I'll tell him go to this live feed so he could see it himself. And once again, big hello to everybody who's watching on YouTube, the ZNS channel on YouTube. We have Jackie Roll watching. Says, hi, Shenique. This is a great topic. We as a nation are in trouble regarding our diet and what we eat as a people. Me personally, I am very petite, wearing a 0 to size 2. And honestly, I am in the minority. My family has a good metabolism and we do not put on weight easily. My father, who was in his 70s, has a waist size of 26 to 28. Unheard of for a man. Thank you so much, Jackie, for participating today and watching on the YouTube streaming live. By the way, that's ZNS Network. We're going to take a break right now and come back with more of the conversation, your comments and phone calls, and the panelists after this. Stay close.
G&M Appliances on Robinson Road has all your air conditioning needs this summer, like the Comfort Star 9000 and 12,000 BTU 13 SEER for just $3.99. Or how about the Comfort Star 18,000 BTU just $5.99? Or how about the Comfort Star 24,000 or 36,000 at the lowest prices possible? We also carry a large selection of air conditioning parts such as fans, compressors, filters, capacitors, or any part you may need. So, call today at 328-2083. We're located on Robinson Road.
Adrian Gibson. Now the Bahamas residents can fly or cruise free to the family islands. What are your summer vacation plans?
I'm gonna go to Long Island, and you should come too.
And there's no better time than now with the 2 Fly or Cruise Free promotion, where all residents of the Bahamas can fly or cruise free to the family islands from Nassau. Let's go. Refresh, reconnect, and unwind in the family islands. For details, go to bahamasresidents.com and fly or cruise free to the family islands today.
As an artist, I travel all over the world and I find inspiration all around me. From the people and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th, when a hurricane alert is issued for your area, which indicates the possibility that you could experience hurricane conditions within 60 hours. You should begin the initial stages of preparation for the storm. When the storm is 48 hours away, a hurricane watch is issued. Once a watch is issued, be sure to get updates from the Met Office via television and radio. Get your battery-powered radio ready. Keep your emergency supply kit, blankets, and sleeping bags handy, and your children and pets indoors. Be sure you have extra cash and that your car has a full tank of gas. Fill all prescriptions. A hurricane warning means that a storm with winds of 74 miles per hour or more is 36 hours away. At this point, secure all windows with shutters and plywood. Place your valuables and records in waterproof containers and store them on the highest floor of your home or in the safest area. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
Of the Bahamas.
Thank you so much, Margaret Elizabeth. Welcome back to the conversation. Margaret Elizabeth is bringing us in with Juicy Susie from KB. Hello to you, everybody who is watching. Share the video, share. Thank you so much for participating on YouTube and on Facebook Live, radio and television. Hello to you, Trina. Charmaine says, well, the minister was just showing an early morning workout. So he is now leading by example. We need to be honest with ourselves and try work on health issues. Kieran is watching, says, listen, Kieran, listen, you want the songs that you ain't heard for a long time? Understand this. Margaret Elizabeth, for real. She said, I heard a song in a minute. Me either. We were all just saying the same thing during the break. Kathleen says, Shenique, this Facebook live stream numbers are low. Listen to me. It fluctuates. It was at 30 plus and more. And then, so guess what, Kathleen? Please share the video. That's what I want you and Kieran to do. The two of you all. Share the video, please. Thank you so much. Ms. Ferguson, thank you for holding. Welcome to the conversation.
Good afternoon, Shenique and your panel.
Good afternoon.
I agree with you all 100% on this topic with obesity.
Yes, ma'am.
My take back is this. We have some people that say they're big and beautiful. Some look beautiful. Mm-hmm. But some has health issue like myself, I am not big. I wouldn't say I'm big, but I've gained a few pounds, and I'm trying to take it off.
Mm-hmm.
I used to weigh 87 pounds when I was a teenager, and as an adult, I am up to 171 pounds, but that's because of the steroid that I am on.
Yes.
I spoke to my doctor about it.
Yes.
So if you have a health issue, deal with it. But it isn't everybody who is big that eats a lot, because in my family, I come from a huge family, but I cannot to be the size that they are, God forbid. And we have to be sensible, like the caller earlier said. But in so doing, we have to be, as I said, we have to be sensible. But in my family, we have some young people, and I hope they don't bombard me for this. Some of them don't wear the proper clothing to suit their size. And some look like, please excuse my expression, some of them look like loaf of bread that went bad.
Say it in the Bahamian way, Mom.
Yes, Mom.
So therefore, they need to do something with themselves, because when I get up early in the morning, I don't go to the gym.
Yes.
But I do my exercises.
Yes. Right in your home.
Eat healthy, and if you have a health issue, speak to your doctor about it, and try to work on it, and try to maintain the size that you so desire to be. But some people desire to be big, and they say they're beautiful. They wear the wrong type of clothing, and they just don't look right. So
yes.
That, I feel as though we know that we are one of those nations that have a lot of obesity in young people and in older people.
Yes.
And they call themselves sexy. But to me, it's not appealing.
True.
It's not appealing.
Yes.
So therefore, we need to be real, like you say. We need to be real and say, well, I am fat, I am out of shape, and I need to do something about it.
I agree. But the thing is, once you admit that and you want to do something, that's when the journey starts.
That's
you know.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You know, I love
so
the call.
Therefore, Shenique,
yes.
Don't let anyone discourage you. Just keep on what you are doing. All may not like it, all may not take it in the way that I take it and could accept it, but I feel like you are on the right track. Regrettable, I didn't hear what the minister had to say, but whatever he had to say, my mother say, if it hurt or if you're convicted, then do something about it with your conviction. So you all have a blessed afternoon, and I'll continue to listen in the conversation.
Ms. Ferguson, thank you so much for calling. I do appreciate you listening in today and taking the time to call. Thank you so much. Hi, Tom in Crooked Island. Thank you very much for holding. Welcome to the conversation.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I stand wholeheartedly in support of Dr. What's the name again? Dr.
Sands.
Sands, right. You know what? If that's what it takes to work for the people of the comfort zone, I agree with him 100%. You know, there's a difference between being big and being fat, you know. You can tell the difference too. A big person, you can see the firmness in their body. But a fat person, you know, you see all this jello flopping all over the place. And, you know, and the only exercise they have is when they leave them off and stuff in a bunch of greasy forges to drive a car to work. Then they sit on the air condition. Then they go back home and eat again, and they don't even do the exercise. So that's what it takes.
Yes.
And then you know something too? Most of the fat people here is in the city, you know. We don't have fat people in the island because to live in the island, you have to be more active. But to get active, when you do a good diet instead of eating a bunch of old macaroni and chicken and cake and pizza and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know, have this food is cheap, you know. Buy a case of orange or a bunch of banana and eat that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, look, man, they're talking. They hit because they're going to ruffle in the comfort zone. But get up and get on your big backside and come you can go exercise and eat properly. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for holding, and thank you for calling from Crooked Island today. Thank you, sir. Great points you made. Hello, Sherry. Thank you very much for holding. Welcome to the conversation. Okay, we lost that. I know that you both were jumping to get an Ali. You first.
Yeah, I wanted to join the caller several callers ago who were talking about the matter of this statement and the fact that the minister is a leader and he should be concerned in terms of how he said it. Like some people indicated, it is not really what he said, but how he said it. They believe that the tone obviously has to be important. I'm concerned, being a counselor before, about not only fat shaming, as some people indicated, and children listening, but there are bully issues that has always caused people to come to have emotional issues. As Glenn Roy said, there are people that eat because there are emotional underlying issues.
Yeah.
That's why we need more people who can be counselors, lay counselors, and not just only the official people counseling, in order to help people find their way. I also think that in addition to that, and you've said it many times, all of us around this table, or at least have determined that we have to lead a healthy lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with that, but leaders too must lead a healthy lifestyle. We look at some preachers, some pastors. I mean, they're toting around, and it seems as if there is a different standard for women
pastors,
versus men.
Yeah.
And then for pastors, I mean, it is not, I mean, if you want to lead a congregation, you should lead out based on how you are. I am really sometimes insulted by a preacher that is really big. It's like, do you fast? You know, that's part of the trade of being a leader, that you have to be fasting and praying.
Yes.
And if you are obese,
yes,
I wouldn't just say a little overweight, but
no,
obese, then I'm wondering whether you are following through on the work of the ministry.
Wow.
So it is very important that leaders lead by example, that if they want their people in their church to have healthy lifestyles, that they should too. And that is very important. So not only do the politicians have to consider what they say, but also the leaders has to lead by example.
The leaders have to lead by example. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And lead their congregations as well.
Yes, it's important for that to happen.
Yes, I agree with you. Mandel, you had something to say?
No. I'm kind of done with the whole if she fat or if she ain't fat issue. The reality of it is we have a health challenge among all of us as a people in terms of obesity, and instead of, like you said, instead of focusing on making the focal point how the minister communicated his message or the manner in which he said it, I think we should focus on the issue at hand, which is indeed obesity among us as a people. The reality of it is our population is the ratio in terms of number far exceeds men. And it's where we see it a lot. I'm being really serious. When I ride around out there and I see it, it's a concern. It's a serious concern to me because it shows me the state, the health state of our country.
But it's not just the health state. The issue of emotional problems in the nation is the bigger problem that Glenn Roy alluded to, because we have a lot of children living without parents. Living without their fathers. We have divorce at a high rate, both in church and out of church. We have children falling behind in school. We have a lot of issues that really people resort to food because they cannot keep up. And then when we are shaming people without knowing what are their issues, that becomes a bigger problem. A lot of people have committed suicide on a reason. I mean, might have been on bullying issues. I know we think that is not important, but when because I've worked in the issues of counseling and those issues where children and youth have those kinds of emotional problems, you realize that these are contributory to what it is we see.
If I may, it's not that the minister or anyone that has supported the minister's position is saying that you're not being sensitive to the reality of persons having some negative effect to the manner in which it was said. The reality of it is you're trying to get persons to understand how important this issue is and trying to raise awareness of it. I am quite sure that there are many more persons today open to the conversation that we have an obesity problem in the country because of the manner in which the minister had said it. Now, had he said it like Shenique had been saying it and like he had been saying it for the last 2-3 years in some diplomatic, politically correct form, no one would have toned in and we wouldn't have as much callers as we did.
No, but
the reality of it is that we do understand that there are persons who struggle with the emotional side of eating habits and so forth, and that there are the much deeper issues related to it. But the other reality, the flip side of that, which is most important, the priority is we need to take action when it comes to how we address obesity, and that's bottom line.
And I think that action would be the reduction in the price of food that is healthy so that persons can take action.
Let's start making our schools healthy.
Rice
hold it right there. Hold it there. Hold it there. Another thing, man, go eat the white food if that's what you want. Stop making excuses. Today's show brought to you by the Ministry of Finance, Almighty Computers, Maiden's Wholesale, USA Flea Market, S&M Uniforms, Club One Fitness Center, and GM Appliance. Stay close. We're going to take a quick break and come up with more of the conversation after this.
Real change starts.
I always said that he was going to kill her the way he beats on her. But I never thought that this day would actually happen. So I prayed to God to deliver her, to deliver them. Isn't that all I could do? What would you have done?
Let's talk. Call the Bahamas Crisis Center's free 24-hour hotline at 328-0922. Sometimes a conversation can change a life.
As an artist, I travel all over the world and I find inspiration all around me. From the people and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
Stuff at the USA Flea Market saves you time and saves you money. The USA Flea Market, open Wednesday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Bahamians, come get your 20 flea market dollars and start your shopping experience in the world of savings at the USA Flea Market, 3015 Northwest 79th Street in Miami. Call 305-836-3677. The USA Flea Market, South Florida's biggest indoor flea market, welcomes you.
Maiden's Wholesale East Street South is where you'll find wholesale school supplies at the lowest wholesale prices, featuring safari leather look backpacks at unbelievably low prices, Mead black and white composition books, girls knee-high uniform socks, Kohana men's nylon socks, Kohana boys nylon socks, lunch backpack cooler bags, t-shirts, singlets, boxer shorts, school bags, pens and pencils, Oxford geometry sets, and so much more at unbelievably low prices, wholesale and retail, at Maiden's Wholesale East Street South. Specials also available at Mega Wholesale Robinson Road.
Thank you very much, Margaret, Elizabeth. We have a few more minutes. Margaret, is there anybody holding that we can try get in? Hello to you, Robert. Thank you for holding. Welcome to the conversation on a Hot Topics Monday. Hi, Robert. Are you there? No, I don't think he is. Okay, so we have just about enough time to go around the table and have each of you actually make a final statement. First, I'll start with Trina on social media live. This is Facebook Live. By the way, we are also streaming on YouTube Live. That's ZNS Network, okay? So look it up, subscribe, follow. It's lit, okay? Almost as lit as the Facebook page, but yeah, it's really, really cool. So Trina says, Minister Sands was speaking Bahamianese.
James got the move right there.
If he had said it differently, some would say, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Trina, you have a point. Absolutely, you have a point. A final comment, Mandel.
You know, I'm a firm supporter of Bahamianese, and I feel like sometimes when you really want to get a message through to Bahamians, you got to speak some Bahamianese to them. That's the only. We grew up in a society say when you can't hear, you feel. So you know, when you really want to get the message home, you got to speak in a manner that help people to feel what you're saying. And I think the minister did that well.
Yeah, absolutely. We are at a stage right now where we need to take our health more seriously, and the reasons are right before us. We just need to move to another level now and just make sure that we take the full brunt of what was stated and use that energy to take and shave off the pounds, men and women.
Right. And all I want to say is that
Ali.
Yeah, that is responsible. That is a responsible thing. That we have to have balance in our life. We have to eat properly. We have to have a healthy lifestyle to make sure. And if we are a parent or if we are a leader, we should be an example for those that are following us. And I think it's important that we just do what needs to be done. And I do appreciate that.
Right.
I guess what Dr. San says. causes people to take another look at what they're doing.
Yes.
I hope it ends positively for them.
And what I want to say is that we're not talking about fat as it relates to people who have thyroid problems or any other kind of issues. We're talking about people who want to be fat and sexy, and it looks nasty, showing all the bodily parts looking like Cooper tires and Wendell tires and all kind of other tires. They're fat.
Troy, speak with some sort of sensitivity. Yes.
I'm very sensitive.
Kenyatta says the price of food is not the only contributing factor to our obesity problem in the Bahamas. Has anyone seen how much alcohol? No, Kenyatta, child. They don't drink. It's a Christian nation, because they could drink more than Butler and Sands have supply. But he says. He's talking about how we consume, we as a country, how we consume, the amount of alcohol we consume and what we give priority to. Margaret Elizabeth, I see you. Margaret says 1 more minute. Shenique, wrap it up. And that's exactly what I'm doing. By the way, Facebook audience, you guys were fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube audience, for watching and participating today. Today's show brought to you by Ministry of Finance, Almighty Computers, Miden's Wholesale, USA Flea Market, S&M Uniforms, Club One Fitness Center, and GM Appliances. Troy, Ali, Glenroy, Mandel, thank you as well. And those who called in also. Also, Jeroen, Julian, Emma, and Margaret, thank you guys for being my wonderful support team today. Stay exactly where you are. The news at 6 is straight ahead.
The views and opinions expressed on this show or program are not a reflection of the Bahamas Radio Network and, as an extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Let's talk about love, health, and wellness.
Come on.